starts the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show, featuring Dan Harsha and Dan Alban. This week's show, we're highlighting the latest in music, life, and culture.
Others through different eyes.
Yo, this is Dan Harsha, and this is the Guitar Gurus. And with me always is...
Dan Alban here.
How you doing tonight, buddy?
Man, am I glad that we are back this week, man.
Yeah, man, dude. We had our little semi-Thanksgiving holiday break. Got a 2-week recess of the show. We're back tonight, and the energy's hot, dude. How are you, man?
Oh, man, dude. I like our 2-week tradition that we've done for the last 2 years now of taking this time right here. You know, get all turkeyed out, all kinds of pumpkin pie,
right?
All that good stuff, and laying around. And but I'm glad I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
I've had enough to eat. I'm ready to get back on my feet. I'm ready to be here on Tuesdays. I'm happy about this, man.
All right, dude.
We got a great show, man. I'm excited.
Well, dude, since you've been gone, I got the usual Guru Christmas tree in the studio up.
Yeah, there
you should
it is.
snap a picture of it and put it on the social real quick.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that while we're talking here.
Right, so the Guru Christmas tree is here. If you notice, there is a guitar ornament hanging on it, a video game controller, and a good old can of Coca-Cola
There
Classic.
is a good old can of Coca-Cola.
Yeah. And there's a pair of headphones on this side. It's really cool, though, Christmas tree, and it's got a burlap sack base. That's tight, dude.
We all like a good burlap sack.
Right, that's a throwback to the I Love Lucy episode.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there you go, right? Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, man. So, dude, so the energy is cool, man. So, how was your break?
I'm taking
you
this
got the
picture.
All right.
All right, so you guys will see this picture now, but hear about it days from now. There's a little insight to the studio with our humble yet beautiful tree. It is so awesome.
Yeah, dude, that's cool.
Yeah, here we go, man.
So that's on the social right now.
I love it. It's coming your way right here. And before we get too far, I gotta do this, man. With today being Tuesday, not Thursday,
right?
Being the 40th anniversary of John Lennon's murder, it's still, for many of us, and me included, it's still just a powerful thing, man.
Yeah, man.
To have somebody so influential and just all about peace and love to be just taken down like that, man.
Yeah, man.
I remember when it happened because it was the day, it happened late at night. But the next day, I remember getting picked up from kindergarten.
Really?
I was 5. And I remember my dad picked me up, and we got in his truck, and they're still talking about it all over the radio. And I'll never forget this. He sat there for a second, and then all he said was, "Why in the world would somebody do that to somebody?" And that was all. And I will never forget. I always remember that.
Right.
And that's my memory of what happened 40 years ago today.
Wow.
And just... we've all researched it over the years, and it's been a powerful. It still stays with us. We just can't forget it, man. I had to talk about it for a second.
Right, I got you.
He's a big, influential figure in my life and many of ours. Whether it's his message or his songwriting.
I got you.
A lot of those go hand in hand.
That's right. Well, dude, that's cool. I'm eyeing my situation here. I want to shout out the guests we had on the show before the break. So I can crack this drink and get my whistle wet. So shout out to Jason Rickett and Mark Lambert for coming on the show right before we took break. That was awesome of you guys. And this one's for you.
Beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, my God.
Man.
Yeah.
So that's cool, dude. So any crazy stories while you were out?
I deep fried my turkey. I didn't have a fire this time.
Nice.
That went well.
Okay.
So that's not a crazy story, but I don't really have anything other than that. Other than I've just been
bunkering down.
I've been hunkering down and kind of playing around with recording some bass stuff.
Oh,
here.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
On that machine.
Oh yeah. I got some stuff coming next year.
Nice. That's really
Yeah. I'm working, man. I'm working.
cool. I hear you. That's real cool.
So that's what I got. Nothing crazy, man. I'm sorry I can't give y'all something else to work with here.
Right. That's cool. I just hunkered down, enjoyed my time off. Did a lot of gaming, did that stuff, just took a break. That's what it's all about, right?
That's-
Taking a break,
yeah.
unplugging, and, just hanging out at the house. It was cool. But
Good, man.
back into the swing of it, back to the daily grind with the day gig, and here we are, dude, doing the show.
It's Christmas time now, baby.
Right. So let's run down the show, how the show's going to format tonight, because it's a little different than usual, and then we'll get it cranking. So normally we'd have David Higgins on for Higgy on the beat, but he can't make it tonight. He's not feeling well. So Dan Alban's going to read the schedule list this week. It's not that much. COVID's kind of set in, and shows are kind of changing. So that part of the show is going to kind of be weird for a bit too.
Yeah.
So, and then after that, we're going to do the Island Music Guitar of the Week. And then, this week, it's that Gibson Les Paul Slash model. How about that?
Right.
Yeah. I knew you'd be all about that.
No, it's
right?
badass, man.
That's cool, right? And then after that, we'll get Sean Kirkpatrick on, and that's going to crank up and wrap up the standard show this week. So we'll be a little fast-paced.
Beautiful.
Cool. Then we'll take a quick break, come back, and get the first guest on tonight, and that's Dylan Galvin. He reached out to me, says he's going to be playing some shows, coming back to Southern Maryland. So I said, cool, dude, come on, talk to you real quick, let you promote it, and then we'll send you on your way. And he's like, awesome.
That's
good deal.
beautiful, man.
Cool. And then after that, we're going to get Ryan Forrester on the phone again, have him back on, and we're going to talk about this special show he's got planned on December 18th.
Yes.
So we're going to get all the details about that, get all the information out there, and see who's going to show up.
Right.
Because it's a really cool concept of a drive-in show, right?
Yeah.
So social distancing and all that good stuff will be there.
Yeah, I had a nice talk with Ryan over the weekend, and he told me about all the details and everything he's got planned, and I was blown away of how much work is going into this. It's just a great thing for community, and he's a time for people to just feel like they've got something going on, and you're going to want to stick around and check out this event and find out what it's all about.
That's cool, man. I look forward to talking to these guys tonight, getting back in this swing of things. If I stumble a little, I'm just knocking the rust off, man. Being off for a half a month is kind of weird, man.
It is very strange for us, but
yeah, if everybody knows us in the background, they know that we usually are just always going with something going on, and for us totally to unplug like that,
yeah,
unprecedented.
unprecedented.
like
And there's
that.
another one coming. So
Right, I know, dude. It's like a short shot. We got, I'll be full disclosure. We got this week and next week, and then we're off for another 2 weeks. Then we're going to come back in 21 strong with episode 100.
100.
But that's coming up. Stay tuned for those details. But that's how it's going to roll. Next week's episode 2, I'll give the preview now. Everybody's cool. Next week, we're just going to slide into episode 99 and have Nick Catsource and Odell Norman back on Musical Osmosis to send them off because they're calling it a day on their podcast.
Yeah.
And they helped us get started, and I couldn't think of a better way having them on. It just coincidental, episode 99, and them ending their podcast is happening at the same time.
Yeah.
Same week. It's all happening within days.
That's right.
They're going to come on and tape with us, and then their show the next day or so after that.
The next day.
So it's going to be real cool to have them on, and that's going to be a low-key show, and we're going to send you guys off until next year. And
That's cool that we get to do that, considering that how much they've done for us, you know?
exactly.
It really makes us happy to be able to do that.
Right. But, dude, I mean, that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep the next 2 weeks just loose and comfortable, like you're hanging out with your best buds, man. We're going to get back to kind of the old roots of the show, maybe.
Yeah.
Just talk, man.
Let's see those thumbs up coming here.
Yeah.
Who's having a beer with us right now? Right now. Who's having one?
Right.
Yeah, there you go. Look at all that flashing up there.
Right. I know, man. So,
And this is what it's all about, you know. At the end of the day, all we really have is each other, man. So let's keep that going.
that's it, man. Well, dude, let's cruise into it. Why don't you read the 10-ounce, 12-pack sampler minus 2 beers tonight because it's just 10 shows. That Lynn Arion sent David Higgins that David sent me to have you read for him.
Yeah, so it's a 10 pack this week. Like you asked Alban to pick you up at 12, and when he got there, 2 of them were already drank on the
Hey,
way
man,
over.
They weren't in the box.
That never happens.
They weren't in the box.
All right, everybody. Hey, it is your 10-ounce 12-pack sampler minus 2 this week. Brought to you by Lynn Arion and all the hard work he puts into these lists every week.
Right.
Sponsored by the Southern Maryland Chronicle. Without further ado, we'll start on Friday, December 11th at 5 p.m. We have Tell You Monday at the Green Turtle Sports Bar in California. Then at 6 p.m., we got our man Billy Yeager at the Tap House, 1637 in Hollywood. Go ahead, Billy.
Yeah, man.
And at 6:30 over in St. Leonard at the Tavern, it's Hydra Fix.
There you go. Greg and the boys.
Yeah, man. Then we're going to move into Saturday, the 12th. At 2 p.m., we got James Cornett at the Port of Leonardtown Winery. Also at 2 p.m., Eric Highland will be at Romano Vineyard and Winery and Brandywine.
Right.
6 p.m. over at Mama Lucia's Italian Restaurant, Dunkirk. You've got Dana and Jeremy.
Dana and Jeremy.
Also there.
Yeah.
Also at 6 p.m., Hit or Miss will be at the Tap House.
Oh, cool, man. There they are.
1637.
Go see yourself some emo.
Yeah, man. Get some emo in your life. You need it.
Yes.
And also rounding out Saturday at 6 p.m., we've got Company B at Toots in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah. Go see Brian Grove and the boys do their Bad Company stuff.
There you go.
There you go.
And for your Sunday fun day, we have 12:30 p.m., Abel Baez at Romano Vineyard and Winery. And at 4 p.m., the one, the only, illustrious John Lusky will be at Anthony's Bar and Grill in Dunkirk, Maryland. That's your 10-ounce 12-pack sampler, courtesy of Lynn Arion, sponsored by the Southern Maryland Chronicle. Get over and check them out. No Higgy this week, so continue to give your love to the Chronicle.
Yeah,
you
man.
guys know what the deal is.
Check it out. Facebook.com
Yeah.
/SOMD Chronicle. And then, of course, SouthernMarylandChronicle.com.
That's right.
Easy enough.
Yep. So, laid back segment this week, guys. We're just taking her easy on the way out of 2020 here.
Yeah. Yeah, we're giving 2020 everything we think of it right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my. Dude, I'm seriously, dude, it's. The next 20-some days can't go by quick enough.
Yeah, but we're screwed if 21 looks at 20 and says, hold my beer.
Oh, God, don't say that. I'm done, dude.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. So anyway, dude,
Yeah.
that's it. That's the show schedule this week. And if you notice all those times,
They're very early.
very early, everybody's adapting already.
Everything's got to be shut at 10, right? At bars anyway.
Dude, there's so many rules. I'm just not going anywhere. So
Yeah.
I don't have to remember any of them. I'm done. Everywhere you have to go with your COVID protocol so I can come there.
Yeah.
I'm done, dude. I'm not doing it.
Like I was telling you pre-show, I've, made the decision to personally to kind of self-isolate a bit. So I haven't seen anybody, I haven't hung out with anybody in like a month. And I
Right.
apologize to all my friends. They all know.
Hey, man.
They understand. And I'm just hanging out at home and just taking her easy, man.
Right? I mean,
The boys played a show last week. I did not participate. Personal choice.
right. And if I'm not mistaken, we're still under a state of emergency.
We are.
So I mean that matters.
It does to me. I mean,
Dude, I don't know.
I'm just one guy, but I need to do my part in it all.
Right. I get it. But dude, let's cruise into the Island Music Guitar of the Week. What do you think about that, dude? You want to talk guitars? We are the guitar gurus.
That's right. And Christmas is around the corner.
Right. This could be a serious Christmas present for an avid guitar player in someone's life.
Yeah, Dan Alban.
Yeah, we're talking the Gibson Slash Edition Les Paul Standard and the beautiful Vermilion Burst. So, whet your appetite. Part of Gibson's Slash collection, the Slash Les Paul Standard is a solid body electric guitar that's worthy of its namesake. Injecting your playing with incredible warmth and sustain thanks to a resonant, solid mahogany body that's accented by that eye-catching AAA figured maple top. Enjoy unbelievable playability courtesy of a comfortable rosewood-capped C-shaped Les Paul neck, man. And when you plug her into your British stack, you're going to experience a mind forward, sustain, and crunch that every Slash fan is going to sure to recognize by virtue of the dual custom burst buckers that are picking up the sounds in this guitar, man. The Slash Les Paul Standard sports a limited edition finished, hand-wired electronics, and color-coordinated hardware, and a bevy of special Slash-approved touches.
Wow.
Dude, it's an awesome
Are those the Alnico 2 pickups?
God damn, you're right, son. That's right. That's right. So, dude, seriously, dude, and dude, I don't care who you are. If you're a guitar player, and when you plug in a Les Pauls, especially a Slash edition Les Paul, you know I had to play the Sweet Child of Mine.
Oh, of course, right?
Yeah. So anyway, and then we did Paradise City. That was the thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Okay. But dude, it's classic construction with Slash's personal touches. The Slash Les Paul Standard conjures the vibe of the influential Gibson guitars Slash has used during his career. It includes that solid mahogany body, like I said earlier, that AAA figured maple top, and that easy-playing C-shaped neck. The electronics consist of hand-wired harnesses with orange drop capacitors, dude. And orange drops are what's up. Everybody knows about them. I got one in that spare drawer there. I'll show you during break.
Oh, yeah.
But dude, they're cool. You also get color-coordinated hardware. The Slash Scully signature drawing is on the back of the headstock, and I made sure to put that in the pictures.
Yep.
And the Slash signature on the truss rod cover. Guitarists here at Island Music are genuine Les Paul connoisseurs, and they love the look, sound, and feel of this guitar, and I agree. It's awesome, dude. It's seriously.
It's sexy, man.
Dude, it's cool.
I'm sorry to say it. It's sexy.
Yeah, dude. So, dude, we're talking, you said earlier, Alnico 2 humbuckers, and that's exactly what these things are. They're twin custom burst bucker Alnico 2 humbuckers.
Wow.
Dude, how many times can we say the word humbucker tonight?
It's a humbucker of a segment here.
Yeah, we're humbucking through it. So, here we go. If you covet the sustained crunch and mid-range that are Slash's trademark, it all starts with these pickups, okay? The custom burst bucker Alnico 2 humbuckers in the Gibson Slash Les Paul Standard evoke the tone of his legendary warm, moderate output tone, dude. That's perfect for everything, dude. You can do classic rock, blues, and jazz with it too, man. It's just an awesome guitar with these pickups. The pickups are wound with that just right amount of boosted output to make your guitar sing. The Slash Les Paul Standard boost hand-wired electronics with orange drop capacitors to ensure spot-on vintage tone, man. Dude, it was fun weekend, man.
I bet it was.
Fun weekend. All right, dude. I thought, dude, while we were talking about Slash, the Les Paul and everything, we'd get a little brief biography. What do you think about that?
I think that's a fantastic idea, man, because, you know, as you think about it, like I was growing up, and Jimmy Page was synonymous for the Les Paul.
Right.
You couldn't think Les Paul without Jimmy Page.
Right.
But in the last 30 plus years, Slash has really kept that guitar in the forefront of the premier instrument, you know?
Yeah.
He's done an amazing job with this guitar image-wise.
All right, so let's see if I can get this right, dude, without sounding like a fool. Here we go. Slash's brief biography. He's known primarily for his work with the hard rock band Guns N' Roses. We know that. During the late 1980s, he's garnered a well-earned reputation. He's one of the rock's preeminent guitarists, named runner-up on Time Magazine's list of 10 best electric guitar players in 2009. Number 65 on Rolling Stone's magazine's list of the 100 greatest guitarists of all time in 2011. Slash continues to receive accolades from critics and music fans alike. And what I'll say real quick before I go further is that when you think of a top hat and long hair, you think of Slash.
Yeah.
And your grandma will tell you that.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah. You know, great-grandma might say, when did Abe Lincoln get a perm?
Right. But, that's his style, dude.
Stupid.
I mean, there's little, I don't know, dude, but he's got his own brand. Slash is a brand.
Yeah, it's a brand.
So,
it's an image.
I mean, he's got the image and everybody knows about it. So Slash also achieved a lot of acclaim with his side project, Slash's Snake Pit. But as a member of the supergroup Velvet Revolver, that's where it even went. That's when he took off and just went to that next stratosphere,
Right.
dude.
Showed he could do a different thing.
Dude, and I was so mad when that project stopped. That was the beast.
I
Dude,
loved Velvet Revolver. I thought they were great. Scott Weiland?
Slash?
And basically Guns N' Roses with Scott Weiland.
Yes, yes!
It was perfect.
Yes!
It was perfect.
Dude.
That album was badass,
Yes,
man.
dude. That's what I'm saying. So that's what vaulted him into that status, dude. He recorded 3 solo albums, 2 with his band, Miles Kennedy and the Conspirators. In 2012, Slash received one of the rock's music's highest honors when he was inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame alongside his Guns N' Roses bandmates. So I mean, dude, he made it to the hall. We all know the politics to get in there.
Yeah, we talked about that
So
recently.
I mean, he jumped some fences, man. So I mean, you got to
Right.
give it up to him, man.
Yeah.
Dude, and be honest, I like, everybody knows that I do not like Axl Rose. I kind of like despise him.
I'm
like,
with you on that one.
Like, yeah, it's bad, right?
Yeah.
But I love Slash. I love the whole band
Slash is cool, man.
because they don't. Dude, you look at all them guys. You know who made the bad choices in that band, right?
Right.
So. Anyway,
I
dude,
gotcha. Good call.
I'm just so glad Slash separated from that and wound out on the other side a much better musician.
Yeah.
Because he got away from that fold.
His legacy isn't tainted at all. I mean,
No, because he got away from that idiot.
Yeah, he's still respected.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like, he probably showed up, dude. I couldn't get the guy to fucking sing. As he's smoking 1,000 cigarettes.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in a church, in a music video with his shirt wide open, I'm smoking a cigarette.
Hey, never called his hair on fire. I'll give him props. Especially with all that shit in there.
Yeah, when's the last time we seen his face?
Don't know.
I don't remember.
Don't know. Anyway, dude.
Anyway.
Yeah, so let's look. Standard features at a glance. The resonant, solid mahogany body exhibits the warmth and sustain of a Les Paul. The supremely eye-catching AAA figure maple top adds snap and bite to your tone. That rosewood cap C-shaped neck supplies unbelievable playability. The custom burst bucker Alnico 2 pickups deliver Slash's trademark sustained crunch and mid-range. The hand-wired harness with orange drop capacitors ensure that spot-on vintage tone. And it boosts the limited edition finish, color-coordinated hardware, and Slash's Scully signature drawing on the back of the headstock and the signed truss rod cover. Includes a hard shell case, blank truss rod cover, Slash's signature Ernie ball strings, and 4 Slash Jim Dunlop Tortex picks. How cool is that?
Very cool.
So let me dial down these tech specs, and then we're going to play the game that everybody wants to hear. That no one's heard in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I forgot I was supposed to do this.
Right. So we're going to do tech specs real quick, and then we'll get with Mr. Alban on the price. So here we go. Tech specs is a 6-string guitar, right-handed model, solid body. That's body shapes Les Paul standard, mahogany body, AAA flame maple top, gloss finish, colors called vermilion burst, mahogany neck of the C-shaped vintage 50s shape, 12-inch radius, rosewood fingerboard material. Of course, it's got the Gibson trapezoid inlays, 22 medium jumbo frets, a scale length of 24 3/4 inches, a nut width of 1.687 inch. It's a Graphtec nut. The bridge and tailpiece is an ABR1 2-nomatic bridge with aluminum stop bar tailpiece. It's got the vintage Keystone tuners that look so awesome on a Les Paul.
They do, man.
Yeah, that just makes it right there. Of course, the neck and bridge pickup are those custom Burrs Bucker Aldico 2 humbuckers. The controls 2-volume, 2-tone, 3-way toggle switch. And the Ernie Ball strings gauge 10 to 46 hard shell case. That's the tech specs on this babe. This thing's awesome, dude. Well, awesome guitar, man. The Slash Edition Les Paul Standard, man.
Wow.
So, Mr. Alban, throw it over to you, man.
This-
I want to know what
This
do you
one's-
think this costs, man.
This one's tricky, man.
So, made in USA, hard shell case, Gibson
know.
Les Paul Standard,
All the bells and whistles.
Slash Signature Edition. So,
All right. Forgive me once again, but here we go.
sure.
I'm going with $21.99.
Wow, you're a little low, dude.
Shit, I was waiting for you're adding value.
No, you're a little low on this. You got to think made in USA,
I know.
Gibson.
2,200 didn't get it.
Now think about this again, and I'm gonna just pull this up again because I didn't get the tag this week because they only had the one. So hold on.
2,400.
Hold on, just wait, dude. Just think about it.
Damn it.
Walk through it. Walk through it. Walk through it. Walk
I'm
through it.
walking through it.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now, you're a little low, but that's okay. Gibson Les Paul standards are just expensive guitars. You throw the signature model on top of it, adds a little bit more. This guitar today retails for $2,999.
Holy smokes, I missed it by $800.
Right, but that's because it's made in USA, Gibson Les Paul standard.
Wow.
Les Paul standard. That's the highest grade of Les Paul besides custom shop.
Right.
So that's a standard. Then you add the signature edition with the graphics and the signature truss rod. That adds value to it. That's why the price goes up.
All right.
But dude, it's available at Isla Music. Go on down there, try it out. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised because it's a great guitar and it looks the part.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you don't want the typical Les Paul burst colors or iced tea or honey burst, whatever they got, this is Vermilion burst. And it looks really good, man.
Yeah.
Really good.
It's a conversation piece for sure.
That it is. But that's the guitar of the week this week.
Wow, that is an amazing guitar of the week.
Sure. So
To be able to sit here and review and bring you a guitar at that price range, that's pretty awesome.
yeah, man. Shout out Island Music,
Yeah.
man. Love them for that. It's
Yeah.
good stuff.
Thanks for letting the gurus walk out of the store with that one for a few days.
Right. Yeah, man. Shout out Island Music. Guitar of the week this week. Awesome selection by Jack McNutt. Wanted to get the Slash model out there, so
Nice.
that was cool to see that. So we'll see what happens this week when I go in there to get the guitar of the week for next week.
That's right.
But he might be a little upset since my football team beat his football team.
But next week's guitar will be the last guitar of the week for 2020.
So we got to go out with a bang.
We got to go out with a bang.
So we'll see what's up when I get up in
Watch
the shop.
that be the one that catches on fire.
Don't say
They
that.
got insurance.
Don't say that.
I'm just kidding. Oh, thank you, Island Music. You guys are a great partnership, great sponsorship. Christmas is coming, people. Get your butt down Charles Street there in La Plata. Go check them out. Find something for somebody you care about or yourself or whatever. They will take good care of you. The customer service is outstanding.
Yeah, man. Good deal. Cool. Well, let's transition, dude. I'm going to get Sean Kirkpatrick on the phone. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I've got
Sean is-
confirmation. He is ready to go.
Perfect, dude. Sean in 60 seconds, soothing tone, sir.
Yeah. It's Sean in 60 seconds right here on the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show.
All right. Let's see what
All
happens
right.
here.
Catchphrase time.
Come on, Sean.
Good evening, gurus.
Hey, man. What's happening, brother?
Well, you know, just missing the guru fellas.
Oh,
Oh, man, dude. It feels good to talk to you tonight, man.
You sound like $1 million tonight, my friend.
I feel like $1 million.
Nice.
That's real cool. That's real cool.
Yeah, we miss you too, buddy.
Yeah, man. How was your holiday? Was it good?
Yeah, it was great, man. I spent the Thanksgiving on the farm. Doug got the couple days off, and I will have a couple days off in Christmas time. So
Nice.
finally got some stability around here. It's really nice.
I'm glad to hear that, man. That makes us happy to hear.
Yeah, man. That's good stuff.
You've earned it. You've been busting your rear.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. So what's going on the music front with Mr. Sean Kirkpatrick these days?
Well, as I'm
Tricky
sure everybody's
question.
aware, we're back into phase 2 lockdown. So
Yep.
I had a show scheduled with more to play at Cancun Cantina in Hanover on the 12th, which subsequently got canceled. I found out last week.
Man.
However, I did just get a call today about a show at Falston Barrel House, which will be our first show, my first show officially with them on January 8th. So I'm looking forward to that. You know, busting my butt trying to learn all these new rock chops that I'm not used to.
Awesome, man. So you're still putting the freaking hammer down and putting the work in.
Oh yeah.
Good
yeah.
for you, man. I commend you for that.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it never stops, you know. I mean, it's a lifestyle, you know. If you're a gigging musician, I feel like you should be practicing all the time, you know, and trying to improve the show and stuff. And you know, I'm gonna have to admit, I've been complacent over the past 3 years. I didn't really, you know, think about all the different options and stuff like that I had for practice. You know, I mean, I practice my rudiments and stuff like that, but actually working on songs that I could have potentially, you know, do fill-in gigs for.
Right. Now, are you running? Are you going to be sequencing lights again, like you were before for this project?
Yeah, eventually, I'm going to be getting into that. Speaking of which, we finished recording 8 songs, 4 camera angles in the studio. Got drum tracks and everything.
Wow.
5 of them, I think, are good enough that I'm going to start posting them soon once I get the individual edits. So you guys remember I was talking about that Indie Pods United Summit?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So I sent that off last minute, and you know, they got it and they did their thing with it. I think, I'm not sure. I was busy doing other shit. I didn't even get a chance to watch what they did with it. But yeah, so it was 30 minutes. I'm just gonna chop it up into individual segments and release that over a couple week period. And during that time, I'm gonna also continue programming lights for more videos in the future.
Nice.
And those videos or those songs will be songs that I play with more. So
Great.
Kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Dude, I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
I hope
I
everything.
can't wait to watch them, man.
Yeah,
That's
so we
real
can
cool.
check. I want to check this out.
Share it and stuff.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
We were actually very surprised. It's the first time that we've tried to track live drums in the studio, and the audio quality came out way better than we expected. You know,
Wow.
It's like, it sounds like it was nuts. So if anybody needs some drums tracked, Alien Audio's got you covered.
All right.
Yeah, man. That's
There you
cool.
go.
That's real
Yeah.
cool. So what's on tap this weekend? What's your plan this weekend?
This weekend, I'm actually going to be tracking drums again in the studio.
Nice.
Good for
I got
you,
no
man.
live shows, obviously. So I'm going to be putting the drums up, and we're going to be doing a Christmas song with Hannah and Tara. I know Wes and Donald and all them, Donovan Farrell and all them are releasing a song soon. Hopefully it's not the same one, because I have no idea.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you're making good use of this time, man. It's good to hear that you are. Yeah.
I mean, what else is there to do, right? I'm not used to having so much free time, and if I don't play drums, I tend to go pretty loco. That's my that's my meditation time.
We don't need that. We don't need Sean going loco.
Right.
That's never fun. Yeah, I get stir crazy real easily, so I got to play drums at least like 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah. Did you get to see Pops for Thanksgiving?
I did not see him on Thanksgiving. However, I did stop in this past weekend and hung out there for a little while and play with some trains, of course.
Awesome, man. Next time you see him, you tell him we said hey.
I sure will.
Yeah, man.
You know, he listens every once in a while. I get some flack for some of the things that I say sometimes. It's like, man, I heard you say that on the show the other day. What are you talking about, man?
I'll tell you, we had a fun time with him on here. We
Yeah.
got to get him on again here in 21. We'll get him
Right.
back on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That guy's got some great stories.
Really
Oh,
does. Really does. Well, that's cool, man. Well, dude, this was a sweet little segment this week, man. I appreciate the time.
I'm glad to be back. Hope you
Hell
guys,
yeah.
did you guys have a good break?
Oh, God. Dude, I ate way too much turkey, man.
Yeah, he ate way too much turkey. I had a computer incident in my room, but I'm good, you know. But
Huge.
Didn't catch on fire, did it?
nah, dude, I just thought I lost a part that I didn't want to lose, but I thought it died, but it didn't die. So it's a whole thing. Yeah.
Thank heavens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no fires.
No fires. It just quit work, dude. It just sucks because it just quit working when I was using it.
Ah,
Yeah.
That's
so-
the way it goes.
Yeah,
right,
so,
man.
you know, anyway, got it fixed. It was a show, but it got it fixed. It's all good. But nah, dude, this is cool, dude. I appreciate you coming back on, and then I look forward to talking to you next week and seeing what happened this week in the studio, man. Keep us updated on that. All right.
I certainly will.
All right,
It was
bro.
a pleasure talking to you guys.
All right, dude. We'll hit you next week.
Brother. Be good, brother.
All right, y'all. Have a great night.
All right, man.
You
Peace.
too.
Later. There he goes, man. What do you think about that?
Dude, we love it, man.
He's tracking live drums in the studio.
He's making great use of the time.
Yeah.
And I encourage everybody to try to do that. Make good use of the time.
Yeah, and then we'll check in with him next week, see how that went, and just keep it a little short spurt since there's really not big shows going on.
Right.
So
Yeah. That's
keep it entertaining, man.
now's the time to do all the things that people always said, like, man, if I wasn't playing so much, I'd be able to do this. Well, now's the time to do it.
Exactly.
Let's do it. Show us what you got.
All right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Dude, wow.
I hope to see a lot more things like that, recorded music and people doing that over the next couple months, and really just to have this big swath of spring, early, late spring, big swath of all this music. Just
I would love to play it here. I
Putting
would
it out.
love to play it here.
You've got a home here, people. If
Yeah,
you want
we
it,
would love to play it.
we would love to.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Cool. All right, dude. I think we're going to take a break, get reset, and come back. What do you think? You ready?
Awesome, man.
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
we'll get the phone system cranking again and getting Dylan Galvin on the phone, and then we're going to get Ryan Forrester on the
Hell
phone.
yeah, man. We got an action-packed
Second
freaking
half.
powerhouse night for you guys.
Dude, we got a Washington football team second half of the show for you people right
All
now.
right. We're going to win this thing in the end and take it on home.
Right. Kill the undefeated. That's right.
Speaking of defeated, these beers are empty. So.
All right, man. Cool. It's Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan. We'll be right back after this. Yo, Alban, let's talk construction.
All right, Mr. Harsher, what's up?
Our good friends at Allied Renovations can offer the best value when it comes to replacing your home's exterior, whether it be your roof or facade. Did you know that?
How does he do it?
Streamlined operations. Jesse and his team have been part of the roofing community since 2015. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah, Jesse has some of the deepest roots in our community. Did you know that?
Why does that matter?
Because you don't have to worry about the here today, gone tomorrow contractor schemes that are out there.
Well, you know he's going to be around. That's some great stability.
Yes, it is. So if and when the time comes your home needs help with its roof or facade, please don't forget to contact Jesse Wickline at Allied Renovations. That number is 301-399-7031. Once again, that number is 301-399-7031. They are waiting for your call. Tattoos last forever. They're a permanent statement about your personality and style. Do you want to spend the rest of your life with ink that looks like it's been done by some junior apprentice? Or do you want a custom tattoo from Christopher Lane Tattoos? Chris has over 10 years in the biz and uses the best ink and machines in the industry. Check out Christopher Lane Tattoo's Instagram feed today and you will just see for yourself that he does some of the finest work in the Southern Maryland area. Give him a follow today and you will just marvel over the attention to detail in his work. Christopher Lane Tattoos on Instagram is your start on a pathway to tattoo bliss. Book your appointment through Christopher Lane Tattoo's Instagram private messaging service for an exclusive bonus that only Guitar Guru listeners are eligible for. Follow Christopher Lane Tattoos on Instagram today. Yo, Alban, let's talk site maintenance solutions with Cooper Construction.
Okay, great. Why are we outside?
I wanted you to see how Cooper Construction's handling my site with the installation of my new septic tank system.
Oh, I'm loving all this heavy equipment I'm seeing.
You need this kind of equipment for this type of work.
You say, do you?
Yeah, man. Cooper Constructions offers complete site solutions for septic tanks and mounds, lot clearing up to 3 acres, and most importantly, stormwater management.
Okay, let me get this straight. Cooper Construction offers site maintenance for lot clearing, septic systems, and stormwater management?
You are correct.
Does Cooper Construction have all the credentials needed for this type of work?
Yes, they do, my friend. Cooper Construction has over 20 years experience in the construction world.
How do we get a hold of them?
That's easy. Just dial 301-683-7766 and ask for a site visit today. Again, that number is 301-683-7766. Give them a call. You can also reach them on the web at buildwithcooper.com. Cooper Construction. From site to site, they will treat you right.
What's up, y'all? This is Sam Grow, and you're listening to the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show.
The Southern Maryland Guitar Gurus, the only guys that would do a live broadcast from Dog Patch. We see each other through different eyes.
Oh yeah, we're back from break. It's the Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan here on the Facebook Live premiere, man. How you doing tonight, Dan?
Are you kidding me? How am I doing? It's episode 98.
98. That's cool.
That's
man.
remarkable.
Yeah, man.
So I'm happy, man. I could never not be happy doing this every week.
That's cool, man. That's real cool to hear because, dude, episode 98, we got 2 featured guests tonight. They're both past guests. That's the common theme. We're just having all our fellow brethren come on the show, talk to us about their music, and I'm digging it. Any new music people that haven't been on the show, it's up to you to email us. Send us your stuff, and we'll get you booked up.
Yeah.
That's up to you guys. Other than that, we got our brethren that we're having on, and we got 2 of them. We got Dylan Galvin and Ryan Forrester tonight. How about
That's
that?
right, man.
That's kind of cool, man. You're
Coming
not going to find
back.
these 2 guys on any one program ever
You'll never see these 2 guys on the same program, except right here.
on the Guitar Gurus.
Yeah. And they're returning Dylan's been on quite a few times.
Yeah.
And we're excited to have him again tonight.
Right. And then Ryan Forrester is going to be on at the end of the show. And what's cool about the Ryan spot is we're talking about a big time show coming up in December that him and a couple other artists are putting together. It's going to be big time. So that's all we're talking about. That's how big it is.
Yep. We're
So
going to
that's
save
cool.
all the good stuff for him to tell you about.
Right. So, dude, without further ado, give me some soothing tones and I'll get Dylan Galvin on the line. What do you think about that?
All right, everybody. Returning guest, Dylan Galvin, back on the program tonight. We cannot wait to catch up with him and see what's going on in his world.
There we go.
Hello.
Hey, Dylan, it's Dan from Guitar Gurus. You want to go on the air?
Hey, how's it going, Dan?
Pretty good, man. Are you there in California?
I'm here in sunny-ish California.
Nice, dude. We got a little crosstalk up there first. You might have to put it up to your ear tonight, dude.
Okay, gotcha. How's that?
Oh, perfect, dude. Dude. California for telephones. Gotta get you on the ear. All right, dude. I got Dan Alban in the studio with me. Dan Alban, say hi to Dylan.
Dylan, welcome back, man.
How you doing, man?
Dude,
I
couldn't be happier having you. Thanks for always taking the time to be with us like you have. And that means a lot to us, being out there and scheduling us in and, getting to catch up with you. It's really awesome, man.
Well, thank you for wanting to listen to me 3 times in a row.
Hey,
no,
man.
it's our pleasure completely.
I just want to shout out real quick, man. That remix that you did for Amy Lloyd, man. Awesome stuff, man.
Thank you so much. She did a very good job of promoting that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's actually a new direction that I've been going lately because the gig world has kind of disappeared. So I've been doing some different things with music lately, and that's one of them is getting to work with her.
Yes, she's a lovely lady and does a lot of great stuff.
Yep.
And I definitely wanted to give you a shout out for that. That was cool, man. So good stuff, dude.
Thank you very much, man.
Cool. Let's catch up since we last spoke. I know we had you on at the end of August, beginning of September, that time frame. I wanted to have you back on purposely to talk about how COVID's hitting you out there on the West Coast and how it's different from here on the East Coast. So bring us up to speed of what's changed since we last talked to you.
Okay, so since we last talked, I think I might have mentioned I was planning to do this. I saved up a bunch of money and I invested in some studio time. So every couple of weeks I've been going into the studio and recording new songs. And so it's just been me. I had to basically learn how to engineer my own session and be the recording artist and the engineer, and then learning how to mix, to produce, to mix and master. So that's been a whole 4 or 5 different separate skill sets that have been really challenging. And so I've kind of gone into hiding a little bit so that I can just not have to depend on anyone else to release music. Because when you're a recording artist, let's say you're a songwriter, well, you can write the greatest songs in the world, but if they're not well produced, people aren't probably going to take the time to hear them. So you usually have to give it to a producer. And then once you give it to a producer, then, that's the guy who basically takes your sketch and turns it into a full arrangement of a song and records it. But then you need to get it mixed, and then you need to get that mastered. So there's all these people that are kind of middlemen in the process of you releasing your creative works. And unless you know every step of that way, you're kind of at the mercy and the financial demand of someone else. So they all cost money, and with COVID, that's a huge issue right now, especially in California. So I've been trying to take this time, since we're all just sitting in our houses doing nothing. I was like, well, I don't have a lot of money, but I got a whole lot of time. So I'm going to use this time to learn this extra skill set so I can kind of become a song factory. And that's what I've been doing. So I invested all this money at the studio, and I've been going in there recording and accumulating a bunch of new covers and new originals. When COVID hit, I think in March, and that's right around when I got it. So I actually got COVID. I can confirm it is it's a real virus. It's absolutely real. I know some people say that it is a hoax, a government hoax or conspiracy, which is definitely not true. But then there's other people who are saying it's like the end of the world, and it's like Spanish flu, which it's not. The media has gone crazy. Politicians have really hijacked this and used it for all it's worth. And I think it's being used as a power grab for a lot of people. They're using the fear, it's a real fear, but they're kind of exaggerating it to get certain things done politically, which is very, very. It seems pretty evident here in California. We're on lockdown right now. It looked like things were opening up again. We were locked down for months, and all the gigs were canceled. We finally saw a light at the end of the tunnel. A bunch of the entertainment industry suffered hugely. A bunch of production companies went under. Disney has laid off, I think, thousands and thousands of their employees. People are moving out of California because the economy's dying. But they opened everything back up for a little bit, and then they just started closing everything back down again. And we have a 10 p.m. curfew. So we are not allowed to be outside after 10 p.m. here. It's kind of strange. I mean, I get it. We should, all be working together to, make sure people don't get it. But I think it's, you got pictures of the governor who's having a private party with his friends and family. No one's wearing masks. No one's social distancing. And it's like, dude, if you want. They just made an announcement they didn't want people meeting for Thanksgiving or Christmas. They said, don't go see your family, except if you're the governor. If you're in political office, you can do whatever you want. You know what I mean? So there's, I don't know. It's just kind of opening up the man behind the curtain in Hollywood or Los Angeles, and it's kind of frustrating to see that. Sometimes people run with conspiracies, and they make up a bunch of crazy things. But to see that we're not being told the truth 100% in the news, that's frustrating. So that's been a nightmare. But what can you do? We're not gonna, we're not gonna. You just have to accept the circumstances that you're given. So instead of trying to, dedicate my life to journalism, I'm just gonna make music.
There you go.
Hey, I mean, that's some honest stuff right there. So
Yeah,
that was cool.
absolutely.
I like it, man. I mean, that's boots on the ground. That's a guy on the streets that's making his way, giving you an insight of what it is 3,000 miles away. Sounds a lot tougher out there than it is here.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit crazier here. I think one of the things is because of the legitimate spreadability of the virus. I mean, I think there's like 40 million people here in California, so it's like it's just condensed. There's just so many people, so it's a high risk area. But at the same time, I think there is a stronger utilization of current events for political gain here as well. So both those factors are working in tandem, I think, with one another. And so yeah, it's and then there's some people that the people that don't think the virus is real at all, that just they refuse to wear a mask and they go in, and there's people on their hospital bed and they're dying and they're like the virus is a hoax and they're dying of the virus. So it's just a bunch of factors, and it's hard to make sense of it all. But it is a little bit. I had trouble. One of the things I wanted to do when I came back, I'm coming back to Maryland, I hope, unless the COVID restrictions get too high. I wanted to play a few shows in Maryland, but apparently there's a lot of restrictions with the venues in Maryland, with how many people you can have in a venue, and how late you can be there, and so that has been kind of challenging for me to book any gigs. So I might just go and have a quiet one this time.
Understand that, man. Understand that.
Yeah, we've taken steps backwards here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think bar restaurants have to be closed by 9-10 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
So
yep,
I mean,
that's.
And we only had a couple shows this week, and they're all starting at 5 and 6. So.
I kind of like that. Like,
right.
That was one of the things I wish. When you play a show in Maryland, like you get out at 2 a.m., you're like dead. I was like, man, it'd be kind of cool if we had like an early show, but maybe COVID will push the schedule early. But I guess it's only going to be temporary if it is the case. So it's funny because in Maryland, the East Coast and the West Coast, all the venues close at the same time, regardless of the time zone. So like Maryland stays open like 3 hours later than the West Coast. But like the bars are closing at the same time, just like it's like they're ignoring the time zones. So Maryland just stays open later. In LA, you'd think that LA would stay open super late like New York, but here, even before Corona, everything closes around like 11 or 1 or midnight. So
wow, that's weird to hear. I thought they'd be raging till 2-3 a.m.
Yeah, here there's nothing like getting in your car after the show here in Maryland and you got frost on your windshield and you're trying to
yeah. Oh man, that's one thing we don't have to worry about here. It's like 70 degrees out. It's still kind of nice. Like we get summer and then kind of like chilly summer.
Chilly summer.
Chilly summer. Although when the sun goes down, because there's no humidity, the temperature varies like probably 30 degrees between night and day, but it never gets, it's not like Maryland where it's like, 20 degrees for weeks and weeks on end.
You got that desert where it's nice and warm, but as soon as the sun goes down, it gets cool, man.
Yeah, all the coyotes come out.
I went out there like almost 20 years ago, and it was like, if you're coming out, make sure you bring a jacket. I was like, okay, why? Well, it drops down to like 60 degrees at night. I'm like, shit, I'm bringing shorts. 60 degrees at night.
Exactly.
Man.
Yeah, and California people, when they say be careful, it's going to be cold. If you're from Maryland, you're like, no, that's not. No. That's our summer weather.
That's awesome.
That's cool to hear, man.
Well, I saw your post earlier today about your voiceover video reel.
Yeah,
and I enjoyed that because I've always wanted to do voiceover work. That's why I love doing this. And I saw that, I was like, I really dig this, man. It was great.
Thank you, man. So the thing I learned about voiceover work is I took a few lessons with this professional voiceover guy a few years ago, and so I've just worked on the techniques that he taught me. And one thing I learned is that it used to be like back in the day, probably like maybe the 70s or 80s and 90s when marketing was still a little bit earlier in its like development. If you just had a really nice voice, you could be like a voiceover person. But now it's like it's good to have a nice voice, but people don't necessarily want the nice voice. They want someone that sounds like they're already your friend, talking to you as if they know you. Like, they don't want, like, like the,
Right.
oh, blowout sale, only
Okay.
24 hours left and all these cars have to go. Like,
So now you're talking about me. That's the shit I do right there. Yeah. Sunday. You pay for the whole seat, but you only need the edge. You know.
my voiceover coach was like, he's like, don't do that, because he's like, most of the jobs that people are going to hire you for they don't want that thing, like that kind of voice style. It's a voiceover style, and some people still want it, but the industry's kind of shifting to more of like a quirky next door neighbor kind of person. They want, like, it's like you're hanging out with your friend and your friend is telling you, oh, you got to check this thing out. Like, they're trying to make it more like realistic for the person. So it's just like kind of like video games where you go back to PlayStation, and it was awesome. You playing Twisted Metal and blowing people up, but now after like a few generations, it's like the graphics are like, they're more realistic. It's like more what you would experience in like a real world situation. So yeah, it's kind of like that. That's at least that's what he told me. So I tried to go that route, and plus I realized I don't have like the cool deep Sam Elliott cowboy western voice. I don't know. My voice is like a light voice.
So
just can't do the deep voice thing.
You're not gonna take the beef is what's for dinner. You're not doing that, right?
That's awesome. That's perfect. That's exactly.
I'm intrigued by this because it's something I've always wanted to get involved in my life, but now my dreams have just been crushed tonight because they're not looking for guys like me anymore.
No, you just gotta go. Hey, you gotta go. Hey, man, come check this out.
What am
it's
I
the
gonna-
new video game.
What would I sell? Like cigarettes, like Marlboro.
See, your voice is already great. That's the good thing. If you have a good voice, that's good, because like you can't like necessarily make your voice good. Like, I mean, you can work on techniques to make your voice sound better, but like you have a good voiceover voice, it would just be like,
Selling
working with
furniture,
the coach.
selling furniture in a very local commercial.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like doing like the one you did. I like the Ford truck one you did. That was very cool.
That was the one that was like
It made
struggle
me feel.
for me.
It made me feel safe. Like I should own a Ford truck. Yeah. So
just get a Ford and you won't get coronavirus.
there. See, I like that. So I wanted to bring that up because it's a very intriguing topic to me, and I just want to say that I like what you did. I really do.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you got to diversify. And that's what you're doing, man. You're getting involved in all kinds of things and keeping things moving. I like that.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
cool.
and it's competitive too. There's a lot of good voiceover people out
sure.
there. But if you ever want to try some freelancing, there's a website called Upwork, and it's basically freelancing for everyone. But they do have a voiceover section where there's all these people looking for voiceovers, all kinds of different voiceovers. I did a voiceover for like singing babies, where I had to be a baby that was singing about their bottle. All kinds of crazy stuff. So you just make a profile and you make a demo reel, and I can give you the info of the guy that made my reel. That really helps with getting work too, having a video reel, so people can kind of piece it together.
I'm gonna reach out to you then, if you don't mind, personally.
Sweet.
Just see what's possible, man. Give it a shot.
Okay.
That's cool.
You're all right with me.
Well, cool. Well, let's recap real quick. We caught up with Dylan on what he's been up to since we last spoke. Touched on COVID crisis out in California. We know about your music. You've been in the studio, and you have other new releases coming, correct?
I do. So in terms of what I'm doing right now, in terms of the, like, live shows, so there's not a whole lot,
Right.
because
I figured that.
most of it got canceled. But on my social media, so I do a live stream every Monday. It's 3 p.m. on Instagram and 4 p.m. on Facebook. I'm gonna take a break over the winter when I head back to the East Coast. But every Monday I do something called a Case of the Mondays, and it's basically, Monday is generally if you've ever seen the movie Office Space, Monday is the worst day of the week. So I go in my bathroom. Usually, sometimes I hang out in my room, but I usually go in the bathroom and I sing some songs to the audience. And there's people that tune in, and it's a fairly small crowd. It's probably anywhere between like 10 and 30 people. And there are people that tune in from Africa, England, Brazil, the Philippines, all over the East Coast, all over the West Coast, and they talk about how they, it's basically to cheer you up from the case of the Mondays, and people share, like, if they're going through something, if they have a family member who's sick, or if they're going through anything, they post it, and the other people reach out to them and say, hey, how are you doing? But it's just like a nice little group of people that we hang out, we sing songs, we have a good time, and I share some originals, and I tell stories, and every now and then, this is the fun one, and we haven't done this in a while. We do this every few weeks. We will write a song together live on the air. So I will go live, and people will start. I'll say, okay, we need to think of an idea for a show, and they come up with the idea. Like, okay, we got our idea. Now we need a title of the song. Now we need the chorus of the song. Now we need the verse. Now we need the second verse. Now we did the bridge. And I put all this together, write a melody to it, and I perform it for them live on the air. And that has been one of the most challenging but most fun things that I've ever done. But yeah, it's every Monday on my Instagram and Facebook. It's my page is Dylan Galvin Music on Facebook, and it's just Dylan Galvin on Instagram. And if you just tune in, I go live, and it's a whole lot of fun. And the people are really cool.
That is awesome, man.
Yeah, that's real cool, man.
Dude, I can imagine how challenging that's got to be.
Oh man, I remember the first time I did it, I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing, and this could bomb so bad. Like, I could just not come up with anything, and this will be the last time I ever go live, because people will be like, that sucked.
But to do it, man, congrats to you for doing it. And you got to push yourself, or you don't know what you're capable of, right?
I agree. Yep. It's you have to constantly live outside your comfort zone, which is really hard, especially now. But you gotta no other option.
And we respect you for it.
Yeah, man, definitely. And
Thanks, man.
when you get out to Maryland, hit me up on Facebook, man.
Come hang out with the Gurus when you get to Maryland.
Yeah,
man.
we can do something socially distanced or something.
Okay.
Dude,
Dude, I'll be there from December 15th to January 5th, I think, if everything goes well. So I'll be there for like 3 weeks, but I won't have a car. That'll be the hard part. That's the hard part about coming home. I never can drive anywhere.
All right. Well, that's easy enough to take care of.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll get to Mitch to pick you up. It'll be fine.
Yeah. I'll get one of those electric scooters that you just like rent, and then you just dump it when you're done with it. They do that in California all the time.
Yeah,
Right.
They just dump it when you're done.
So
When you just throw in the woods when you're done. I don't know how that's a business model, but I guess people return them.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to ask you one funny question. If you come back in town and we all get together and I bring a video camera, would you make a parody episode of Community with us? But you got to be the star. Because you look
Sure.
All right.
That's the right answer.
That's the right answer.
If we can make that happen, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, we can make it.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite shows back in the day, man. Community, dude. And every time I see you, you just remind me of the dude that was on that show. Just you're all smooth and badass and just get shit done. And I just sit back here and go, damn, man, he just has it going on, man. Yeah, man, it's good stuff, dude. But no, dude, I appreciate you coming on the show tonight, talking with us, hanging out, keeping it real, cutting it loose, and giving us honest answers. It's real cool.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Always a pleasure,
Thank
man.
Dude, I enjoy hanging and talking with you guys. I appreciate it. I miss home.
Good deal, dude. Well, dude, hit us up when you get back on the East Coast. And in the meantime, man, check us out on social media. We'll share this episode, share it on your timeline, and everything's going to be good. And please stop in on Thursday night for the premiere if you can. All right?
Okay.
Answer some
Awesome,
questions in the chat. That'd be cool. So, cool.
Cool.
All right, dude. From the Guitar Gurus, Dylan, we say thank you, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, bud?
I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right,
All
man.
right, brother. Be good.
Take it easy.
See you there.
All right, bye. there he goes, man. Dylan Galvin. How about that, man?
Dude, you can just hear the genuine positivity in his voice, can't you?
Yeah, man.
He really is going for it and enjoys going for it. He's a go-getter, man. He's a grinder, dude.
I know,
sure.
dude.
To do what he did to go out there, that takes
a set of balls.
It takes
balls.
Brass coating.
Right. So, Dylan's good, man.
Yeah,
That's
he's
cool.
good dude.
I
man.
had to get him with the Community thing. Would you make a parody episode of Community with us?
He's got to do it now.
Yeah, why
I bet
wouldn't you
you
say
right now
yes?
he's sitting there going, "Oh man, I need to think of something," because that's what he does.
Right. I mean,
He doesn't back down from anything.
Yeah, man. That's funny, dude.
Yeah, he's a great dude, man. Dylan, thank you so much. We appreciate it again for being on the show for, I don't know, third, fourth time. We don't even know anymore.
It doesn't matter. He's family here, man.
That's right.
It's good stuff, man. Well, cool, dude. I'm going to spin it right in, man. Give me some soothing tones. We're going to get Ryan Forrester on the phone, man. Let's do this show promotion. We've been teasing about it all night. I told you guys we were going to snap right into it. No break in between. Just crank it out, man. He got, we'll try to get her done in about 20 or so minutes. Get on out of here for tonight. What do you think?
That'll work for me.
Cool. Give me some soothing tones to get him on the phone.
All right. Returning guest Ryan Forrester right here on the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show. He has got
Oh, here we go, dude.
something
It's ringing
for you tonight.
Yeah, man. This is going to be cool. All right, Ryan. Go.
Yeah.
He was in his studio when I talked to him. Ryan, you there, dude? It's Dan from Guitar Gurus.
Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Nothing, man, dude. We're in the studio taping the show for Thursday night. We're excited to have you on to talk about the show, but I got my buddy Dan Alban in studio with me. Dan Alban, say hi to Ryan.
Ryan, man, long time no talk to.
I know, man. I feel like it's been almost a year, actually. So,
Yeah.
You know, I mean, whose fault is that? It must be yours. I'm kidding.
I don't know, man. It feels to me, it feels like it was only a couple days ago we were talking for a while.
I know, exactly.
Dude, when you only get to do 4 shows a month, man, it really, man, with all the talent down here, man, it's hard.
There's so many, man. It's great to be part of so many talented people in this area, especially. So.
Yeah. Well, it's a pleasure for us to have you back on here, man. And thank you for taking the time to come on here with us. And we do appreciate that a lot.
Yeah. And I appreciate you guys, man. Always do. I'm a huge supporter of it. And I know so many people, I mean, they follow your show. They love the show. So just thank you. Thank you so much for letting me be a part.
Hell yeah, man.
Hey, man, that's awesome, dude. Well, dude, we're having you on tonight to talk about this big show coming up. So I'm going to turn the microphone over to you and let you talk about it. Just pretend like we're blank slates and we're eager to hear what's happening. So what's the show about?
Well, I mean, the show, it's crazy how this has all came about. I mean, the idea basically like manifested from, like all indoor events that we traditionally attend this time of year have been canceled, and everywhere I went, people would stop me and they would say, man, when are you playing again? We miss live music. We miss, the life that we all knew. And so basically I presented an idea about 3 weeks ago, and I just decided to, like a lunatic, commit to it. And basically we started the ball rolling on it, and I didn't know who, or when or where, or but all of a sudden everything is falling into place with the help with the sponsors that we have so far, and we're still looking for more sponsors. If anyone's interested, they can reach out. They can DM me on Facebook or Instagram, or they can email me at Ryan4STERmusic at gmail.com. If anyone wants to kind of help spread, the season, the spirit of the season through the spirit of generosity. So, but on December 18th, Spider Hall Farm, right down 231 in Prince Frederick, try about 3 miles off of Route 4, heading towards like Waldorf or whatever. We're going to be at Spider Hall Farm. The parking will begin at 5 a.m. We're doing a drive-in concert, and the parking will be open at 5 p.m. I'm sorry, and the show kicks off about 6:30 p.m. Like we will literally start hopefully right on time is the plan, and it's a 90-minute show. It's a completely social distance event. We have full stage, we have full screens, we have full lights. We have FM broadcasts so people can stay in their cars, stay warm in their vehicles, and not miss a beat of the performance. They're only allowed to leave the vehicle when they when when they need to use the restroom, and they have to wear a mask, and they have to stay 6 feet from everyone. And then we're having food runners. We're having runners to run. People can order from their car. We have beverage trucks, food trucks. It's all coming together. Plus, you also have Mrs. Moo's, which is Spider Hall Farm, Mrs. Moo's Corner, which has got like the most ridiculously insane ice cream and treats and stuff. So yeah, man. I mean, we're just completely, working hard towards it. But also one of the biggest things that I'm excited about, and I don't even think I've really shared with Dan when I talked to you the other day, which is we've teamed up with Helping Hands out of New Life Church, which is they sit right on 231, that campus.
Yep.
And basically, we want to kind of do what we can as a community to support them, and because they have opened their facility since their doors have been shut due to the vid. I like to call the vid, but COVID. Basically, they turned it into a shelter for people right now that don't have a place to live. And which I think is absolutely amazing. And what we're doing is a food drive, so people can actually we'll be able to provide essential prepackaged food is what's needed to keep the residents sustained nutritionally throughout the day until the return of the evening. When they come back, and when I was talking to the woman that talked to us the other day, they come back to a warm meal every night. And I know, like Southern Maryland, a lot of the churches in January, February, March, they'll do what's called Safe Nights, and those don't start until January. So I'm excited that Safe Night organization is still doing their thing, because I've actually volunteered and been a part of that for several years. But this is something that was a need that was filled right now. They had a place. There was a lot of people. They've got about 40 probably bunks in there, 30, 40 bunks. I saw it, and people don't realize, people that don't have a place to live, you think it's just like maybe some older dude or something like that, that's just been hard on his luck his whole life. But a lot of times there's women and there's children, and it's and actually the elderly.
Yeah, they're escaping bad situations.
Yeah, exactly. So we're just praying that everything is gonna follow through. Everything's gonna work out. We get more sponsors. People need to buy tickets. They need to go on my Instagram and my Facebook. I've seen that you guys have shared. But basically, they can Eventbrite. We have a link for Eventbrite to buy tickets. It's one ticket. It's $50. I think plus a little bit. You pay like $54 or something for a ticket, but that gets you your whole vehicle in, and anyone that you bring in your vehicle. So
I gotcha.
It's amazing, man. If you want to talk about community, this is exactly what this event is about.
Now, a technical question. So when the cars pull in, are y'all parking the cars in a way where it complements the stage and everybody's got a good line of sight?
Absolutely. So this week, or actually yesterday, we met again, second site meeting we've had with the production company that's out of Alexandria, Virginia, and they came down with their video guy. They came down with their the sound guy who owns the company, and then they came down with an RF guy who basically came there with all these, his laptop and some other fun things he had to find out what FM frequency we can use that's legal, that we can use, that we don't get like shut down or anything like that.
That's legit.
So,
that's legit. Yeah.
That's cool. So,
but we also they were measuring out where the camera. I just posted something a little while ago, and they're measuring out how far they can go from the stage with the camera, because they're going to have like a camera tower, got two different cameras, so they're going to be able to solo in, zoom in on solos and stuff like that, get wide views, and they're going to be switching back and forth, so everyone in the car can see it on these two really big screens.
That is incredible, man.
Yeah.
That is a real deal production, man.
All right, what's the lineup? Let's walk through the lineup. Walk me through.
Wow. The lineup, it consists of, it's crazy. What I've done is there's people that I have worked with in the last decade I've done Christmas productions, like when I worked for a church years ago, and I had an amazing time there, an amazing time doing those, and for like Christmas Eve service and stuff. Well, so I started reaching out to people, and I reached out to this one lady who was one of my favorite singers in the world. Her name's Latrice Carr, and she's from I think she's in St. Mary's County. And then we also have John Lusky is going to be a part of this. We have a young guy. Well, he's not young anymore, but he's in his mid-20s or whatever. But Eric Highland, I've done a handful of things with him. We've been friends for a couple of years now, and he's singing. And we have another girl, Caitlin Peters, who I'm a huge fan of. That she plays out sometimes, but she just has one of those voices that's like Zooey Deschanel, but like on crack. Can I say that? So,
sure you can.
Yeah.
It's amazing, and then of course myself will be singing, and we have a couple background singers, stuff like that. But then I also have I just added someone new today, Megan Whiteside, who basically is part of. I met her through. She's one of the people working with the Helping Hands, and she sings on their church team, and she's got amazing pipes. Nice. So I was like, hey, couldn't stop thinking about this since I saw you the other day, and I really feel like you're supposed to be a part of this. And I threw a certain song her way, and it's going to be kind of different. We're going to be everyone's going to be on the stage all at one time, and everyone's going to be sharing. It's not even about spotlights or anything like that. Everyone's just going to be doing what they do and what they enjoy to do. And there's going to be moments that, I know we're going to, bring people to laughter, to joy, to excitement, to tears, and.
Wow, you're going to run the whole roller coaster. I mean,
that's
not even ride,
that's just the singer side, the band side.
Wow.
These are some cats that I played with. We've got a horn player. They call him L Train. He's insane on the flugelhorn and the trumpet, and we got a trombone player. My boy Gerald. I actually got an opportunity to play with him in Baltimore about a month ago. But it's called The Vibe up there, and I got invited to be the featured artist up there. And just playing with these guys, I didn't know that half of my actual band that plays with me plays with them on some Friday nights when we're not playing. So I was like, whoa, you're over here. So you got Thomas Morris on drums. You got Alex Pizarro, who's actually from Lusby, Maryland. This guy is insane on guitar. I always see him play guitar. Lusky be playing guitar. And then we have Danny Shields, who plays bass. So, I mean, there's a lot of artists that some of y'all have never heard that are still affiliated with Southern Maryland. I've had them. They play with me a lot. So I'm just excited for people to see what these guys offer. So.
That's cool, man.
This is awesome, man.
Yeah, man. We got to get involved somehow, man. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you guys that are listening in right now, man, this is exactly what this community needs at this time. It's this type of event. Any way you can get involved, show your support, show up, buy tickets, get down there. You're going to be in for a magical evening. You will not be disappointed.
That's exactly it, man. You just summed it with the magical part. It's so many people in this world. You even coming from the church aspect, a lot of people think of magic. It's something that's bad, but there's something about the excitement in the air of Christmas time. You know what I mean? There's something about that time where everyone just seems to be a little more chill, a little more relaxed, a little more loving and encouraging. And right now, with how the world's been since March 15th or whatever it was, it's been insane. For someone like me who went from 300 shows a year to like 10 or 11, it's been a hard hit. But we're putting everything in this one basket, and we're hoping that people show up. I'm hoping people get the word, and they really show up and just enjoy their time, because it's really for them. It's for all of them. So
exactly. You're doing an amazing job with this, Ryan, and we thank you for it. And
I appreciate it.
It just we love community, and what you're doing here is the epitome of what community is all about.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what we're trying. So we will see what happens, and I have total belief that some more of these amazing. We've had like I said, a handful of amazing business owners that have been like, Calvert County, Southern Maryland, because a lot of these guys were in Calvert that I was talking to. But like Southern Maryland, like, we need this. Like, these people, everyone needs this, and we want to help you. We want to make sure that this happens. So if we can just get a few more locked in, then everything, because the production itself is a pretty substantial production, and so we just want to make sure that everyone gets what we have a few surprises and things like that, and we hope people enjoy it.
Are you gonna live stream it?
We haven't. I don't think we are. But again, this has been all thrown together in about 3 weeks' time, and the fact that we start rehearsals. We start our first rehearsal tomorrow night with the musicians up at East Coast Drums up there in Upper Marlboro, and so we'll be up there later in the evening for a few hours, and then but yeah, it's all been just thrown together so quickly that we decided on that. We weren't going to live stream it for this one. So
I got you. No worries. But you are going to you got video. You're going to release a video, so that's cool.
We are going to be videoing. We are going to be, having footage taken and everything. So we'll be able to, at least what we're hoping is that this becomes a new tradition in Southern Maryland. Because my main goal is, this year I've involved these people, and next year I want to involve, maybe a sum of the few, but involve more people, some more artists and stuff. And every year just kind of let it grow and morph to see what it can be.
I'm hip to that.
Dude, I love it. I mean, just, it could become this big thing where every year people show up and they just bring like a bunch of, food to donate. And I'm really about that. I love that sense of community where people pitch in, and to have that, I really, really hope this thing goes off well for you guys, and I know it will, because it feels right. And that is absolutely, it's also, I was born and raised in this county. Like my family, grandparents, my grandfather's, is still alive, 96 years old. He was our senator for, I think at least 16 years or whatever, back when I was like in the 90s, 80s and 90s. And it's just like so many of my family is just tied, and we're so deeply rooted in this in Southern Maryland itself that, this is my home. This is what I love. And I just really hope that people just, they come out with their Grinch hearts and hopefully, see it grow 3 times that size that night. So it'll be good times. So. Nice. I like it.
Yeah, man. And one of these years, we got to get you all out there playing.
Of course.
Dude, I got the itch, man. I'm trying to get me and my buddy Chris trying to get another backing band to back us, but with everything that's going on right now, it's like impossible.
I know. Yeah, I was sitting here working on stuff just because I haven't really had an opportunity to focus on the music much. I kind of listed out songs and went, okay. And then I set aside time tonight to just kind of go through, pull out stuff, and realize what I'm going to be doing, and then get everything ready for rehearsal tomorrow. And I was just sitting here, and it was like, man, it feels so good to play my guitar. So
nice.
I'd like to be there just so I can meet some of these musicians, man.
Yeah, man.
I just enjoy meeting musicians.
Right.
Yeah. The plus side is, if you know of anybody who wants to end up becoming a top tier sponsor of it, they're able to have obviously social distance meet and greet with all the artists and band members. They're able to get a photo up on stage with their people that they came with on the set, and then they're able to they're going to have drink tickets given to them, and they're also going to be having they can enter they can bring 2 vehicles in, and then they're also going to get a visit from Santa at their car. So it's going to be pretty cool.
Nice.
Santa's coming in town for that night. So
Santa's in town.
Right.
And that is December 18th. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Spider Hill Farm, correct?
Spider Hall Farm.
Spider Hall Farm.
Spider Hall Farm. It's Mrs. Moo's Corner is what it's really well known for, but it's Spider Hall Farm is what it's called.
Spider. I just like saying the word spider.
All right, well, Mr. Ryan Forrester, give us a quick rundown of where people can find this event, where they can find you to get more information. Put it out there for the people, please.
And then give us a little crank on that guitar.
Basically, you stay at home for the holidays, and it's what it's called. December 18th, your doors basically open at 5 o'clock, so you can park. You can show up and start parking your vehicles at 5 o'clock. Show starts at 6:30, and it's going to be an absolute amazing time at, like I said, Spider Hall Farm in Prince Frederick, Maryland. Tickets are on Eventbrite. You can go to my Instagram and my Facebook. You can go to Ryan Forrester Facebook and both of those, and you can definitely get the tickets. We have links on almost every post we're sending out. So.
All right. Well, we're gonna share the hell out of it from this end, if that's
Thank
okay
you.
with you.
That's awesome, man. We really do appreciate that. And like I said, I know everything's kind of touch and go with a lot of people with COVID and what it's causing a lot of families' life and things like that. But just know that obviously if you guys aren't able to make it, when I think we've talked a little bit, that you were there in spirit, and that we definitely thank you for your involvement, and then we really look forward to doing this again with you and having you guys on site and maybe doing a podcast there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll see what the future brings, man.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just it's hit a little too close home for me, man.
I know.
Yeah,
It's-
I've buried myself in the house for the last month by choice, just because I'm being careful. But if things get back to normal, me and Dan, we are always willing to go out on site and be there.
Yeah, absolutely. So we look forward to that. But yeah, man, I just am so thankful, man. I'm one of the licks I'm working on right now. It's the beginning of the first song. It's like. So it goes into the first verse of Joy to the World. So it's kind of a cool little vibe that we're doing.
Yes! Dude, fun fact, this is the first time we've had a guest on the show play guitar on their interview.
First time.
Wow, it's weird.
Time.
It's called Guitar Gurus, bro.
98 episodes, 2 years and 98 episodes. You're the first one to do that.
Right.
And we're
I'm
sitting
honored.
here like,
Yeah.
No,
Why hasn't
definitely
no
honored.
one done this yet? This
Yeah,
is badass.
it's not like we're going to tell them to do it. If you're going to,
If you feel it,
if you
play
feel it and you got your guitar cranking while you're talking to us, that's kind of cool. I dig it.
Dude, that's badass. We love that.
Yeah, man.
You know, we can always break down, get a little funky, do what we got to do, man. So it's. I'm just so thankful again. Last year when I was able to be a part of this show, and this year you guys is showing love and support and really helping to get the word out about this show. We've got 10 days from today.
Yeah.
And this time, 10 days from now, we will be done already, the show. So hopefully everything is going to be working out. So I'm excited about it.
Good deal, man. All right, Ryan. From the Guitar Gurus, man, we say thank you so much for hitting us up tonight, spending some time with us, and we'll be sending some messages to you soon, man. All right?
All right, Dan and Dan, love you guys, man. Hope to talk to you soon.
Yeah, absolute pleasure. Thank you, Ryan, so much.
All right, man.
Take care.
All right, buddy. See ya.
Much love, man.
All right, bye. There he goes, man. Ryan Forrester.
Ryan
man.
Forrester, he is all about community, man. And this event is what this is about.
Dude, I'm tempted to take the car and just pull in there.
I'm telling
man.
you, I wanna
did
be
it.
there.
Let's talk about this off
We'll
air.
talk about this off air.
Yeah, man, because I'm
'Cause
excited.
when
dude.
me and him talked over the weekend about this, it took everything I had. I wanted to commit so bad
I
to say
know,
I'm
dude.
going to be there because I believe in it. And I want to be there. But I also want to be smart and do the right thing.
Right, I know, dude. I know.
So we'll talk about it. This is a great event, everybody. It's December 18th, Spider Hall Farm, 231.
Listen,
5
Mrs. Moo's
p.m.
Corner.
5
Mrs.
p.m.
Moo's Corner.
cars, 6:30 show,
90
$50 a car.
Yeah, 90-minute show.
90-minute
So
show.
you're not going to be there for hours with taking
Right.
like a pin poking your eyeball out. You know,
You got food vendors coming around. You got beverage vendors coming around. You're in your car with your own family, tuned into an FM station, listening to the show and watching it, and they got big screens too.
So
This is great.
So what we've done is we have a COVID situation, and that's the lemons, right? And it sounds like Ryan and the gang took those lemons, squeezed the juice out, added a little sugar, and made lemonade by offering you to pull your car in, stay separated from other people, and all the accoutrements are brought right to you. It's actually a better service experience if you think about it than
really
a normal
is.
show where you would get there and the line would be derelict. People don't know how to act in line. You know, the wraps around, you're just trying to get something. So it sounds like that's going to be super efficient. And then everybody's scared of one another, so going to the bathroom, everybody's going to keep their distance. Sounds like a plan.
It's a phenomenal plan.
Really?
I
mean,
love this model.
I mean-
the model of this is perfect.
Yeah, for what the situation it is, it sounds like a seriously first class kind of situation where you show up, and as long as you don't have to use the bathroom, you don't even have to leave your car. That's what's got me intrigued.
Right.
But I know I'm going to have to use the bathroom. I just know how.
Well, yeah, I mean, you
Right.
got a cooler in the back of the car.
Right.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna-
breaking a seal, you know.
All you have to
but-
do is throw a mask on and go take a leak.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Just make sure you don't eat a bunch of nachos before you go there. Have to.
Right.
But it's a phenomenal situation. You got Ryan Forrester, you got John Lusky.
See,
you've got good players in the band.
Right, and it's a 90-minute set, so they're always going to be changing. It's going to be something cool.
It's going to be bang bang.
You're just going to hear hits.
He said he's taking y'all on the ride. There's going to be ups and downs and emotions and I like that.
Yeah.
It's a performance.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a performance.
Yeah.
Good
cool.
on you, man. Good on you, Ryan.
That's cool, man. That's Ryan Forrester with the Ryan Forrester Band with all the other local Southern Maryland guys coming out to support a great cause, man. And I just like how the community's kind of rallying around it too, man. And everybody just needs to take a step back and just think what's right. And, some people listen to this be like, man, y'all are really cautious about going to an event. Well,
yeah.
Real quick, before we go out of here, I'm dedicating this episode to my Aunt Elaine. Unfortunately, she lost her husband and love of her life to COVID over the past weekend.
Sorry to hear that, man.
So, and that's my dad's side of the family. Everybody's devastated. So COVID's real, man.
It is
and it's
real.
affected me now.
It's absolutely real.
So I'm just tired of the conspiracy people. I'm done with it. Like, dude, guess what? If your conspiracy was real and you had evidence, no one would give a fuck.
Right.
All right, that's how I'm saying it.
We don't talk about this, our beliefs on the air, but if you come to me and you tell me that it's fake, me and you are done.
Right.
I'm done with you.
Right.
You serve no purpose to me in my life. It's real.
Real.
So I'm sorry to hear about your
dedicating
your aunt's husband.
Yeah, and
it's terrible, man.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. And this dude's 60 years old, living his life, trying to do what he's trying to do.
They made a life together. Been together forever, right?
I don't know the details. I know it's whatever. It doesn't matter.
It's devastating.
Yeah, man. So it's like, dude, you just got to step back and just analyze, man. It's just you just can't. I'm going. Sometimes doesn't work.
Right.
But I'm intrigued with this because of the car situation. I think I could pull it off and be really super safe.
You could be
I
super
think they're
safe.
really doing it right. And, for me to say that takes a lot.
They've thought of
what I'm going through.
They're thinking about everyone's safety.
Right.
And they've got it set up perfectly for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's safer than going into a Lowe's or a Wawa.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
So, check it out, everybody, man.
What a year. All right, dude. Well, dude, that's it. That's the show tonight. Like I said, we got one more show. That's next week. That's episode 99.
99.
And we're going to have Nick Catsource and Odell Norman, Musical Osmosis, on the show. And we're going to hang out with them, talk some story, because they're finishing up their show. Musical Osmosis is coming to an end, and we're getting their last interview.
Yeah.
So it's actually really cool before they take their show.
Bittersweet, man.
Yeah.
5 years of this show. And they're doing their last interview with us.
Yeah.
A couple of guys that they helped out.
Yeah. Called and begged for help me.
And they did.
Yeah,
so
man.
we get that. That's so fitting, man. It couldn't be any more perfect than that.
That's right, dude.
And then we take 2 weeks off for the end of the year.
Right. And then come back 21, episode 100.
100. That's going to be a doozy, y'all.
Yep. It's going to be fun. But, dude, I'm spent. I'm ready to get out of here. What do you think? You good?
All right. I think I'm good. This has been a hell of an episode 98. I want to thank Dylan Galvin. I want to thank Ryan Forrester. Sean Kirkpatrick, you're the man as always. I want to thank Dan Harsha, of course. And what else can I say about it? I got one more thing to say. If anybody's still listening right now, if you want to send me hate mail, go right ahead. If you think COVID's fake, fuck you.
Hey, that's it, man.
So be good to each other. Be safe. We love you. Merry Christmas. I mean, it's December. You can say that.
That's right, man.
I love it, man. Thank you, Dan Harsha.
All right, man. Thank you, Mr. Alban. Thank you, Guru Nation. Thank you to all the loyal listeners every week and all the chatters out there. I want to say, shout out real quick. This guy's going to get a kick out of it. shout out to you, Wayne. You're handling your business at Branch 504, buddy.
Yeah.
Good old Wayne Mercy.
He has it. He's an avid listener,
Dude,
man.
he's a Guru fan, super fan, Guru fan. So I just, for my Christmas present to that guy real quick is shout out Wayne Mercy, man.
Yeah, you deserve it, man.
Dude, you're number one in my books, dude. We love having you at the company with us during the day gig and having you listen and promote us on the side.
That's
it's really
right.
cool, dude. And
as hard as it was driving over there for the last 3 months, every Friday morning, seeing him at 5:30 in the morning going, good show last night, man. I loved it.
yeah,
That made it all worth it.
that's right.
Super
man.
fan, Wayne
Super
Mercy.
fan, Wayne Mercy. So good dude, man. Cool, dude. Like I said, yeah,
great.
yeah,
That's
right.
great.
And again, like I said, I'm dedicating this show again tonight to my Anna Lane losing her husband to COVID, and the reason I keep bringing it up is to reinstill, man.
Yeah,
It's affecting everybody.
that's right.
So, dude, just stay safe, man. Be safe. Make common sense decisions, and we'll get all through this, man. I mean, that's all we can do.
We will get through it.
Yeah. Cool. I'm ready to go, man. You ready?
Hell yeah, brother.
Oh, well, hold on. I'm going to shout out sponsors real
Oh,
quick.
yeah, we have to do that.
Dude, we're out of practice. It's 2 weeks off.
Damn it.
I can't help myself. All right, real quick. Southern Maryland Chronicle, David Higgins. Boom.
Allied Renovations, Jesse Wickline.
Christopher Lane Tattoos. Go get yourself some ink done.
That's right. Brian Cooper, Cooper Construction, from site to site, will treat you right.
That's right. And then Island Music Company for the Guitar of the Week.
There
man.
it is, man. The cherry on top.
That's it, dude. And so that's it, dude. I'm ready, man. You ready?
Ready.
Cool. It's Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan, and we will check you guys next week. What do you think about that? Exactly.